Hi, so today we are going to learn how to make a beehive cupcake. Really fun. So what you're going to need is a cupcake. You're going to need a piping bag. And you're going to need to cut the end of the piping bag so the tip fits through the piping bag. You're going to need your Wilton round tip. You are going to need your frosting. You're going to need a mini Oreo, like this. You're going to need your little bumblebee and one of your flowers. Okay, so let's get started. First I'm gonna prep, and we're gonna take our mini Oreo and we're gonna take it in half. What I want to do with the Oreo is, I have a cutting board in front of me and a knife. I'm going to cut a little side off of this, and a little side off of this, and a little side on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and cut it and show you to make it look like an archway of a door. You don't need to cut a lot off, but just enough to give it this kind of shape, just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put that to the side now that that's prepped and ready. I'm going to take my bag, and what we're going to do is we're going to fold the bag down just like this, so you're able to cup it with your hand. You're going to take your tip and you're going to insert it down into the bottom. And I cut mine just enough that where, if you could see this, where the tip is coming past the cut part. I could have cut it more though. Okay, and the other reason we cup the bag is that way if we have to refill the bag, this area stays clean. That way your hands don't get all messy when you're filling it. So I'm gonna set this down, and I'm gonna take my icing, and I'm going to take a scoop. I'm gonna hold my bag like this, hold it open, put the scoop in the bag, just like that. And you can fill your bag more. Just don't overfill it, because then it can make it hard to squeeze while you're piping the icing onto the cupcake. All right, once you get your icing in your bag, I don't need a lot because I'm only doing one cupcake. You're gonna pull the bag up just like this. Okay, so now I have a bag that looks like this. I'm gonna take my hand, I'm gonna squeeze the icing down to the bottom of the bag. And once I have it squeezed down, just don't squeeze too much to where it comes out the bottom. Once I have something that looks like this, I'm gonna take my bag and I'm gonna twist it about where it is not full at, like this, right? And then I'm gonna take my dominant hand, I'm going to take the bag, and you're gonna put the bag in between this little crease right here in between your hands, so in between your thumb and your pointer finger. I'm gonna put it in there just like that, and then I'm gonna use my thumb to squeeze against my pointer finger, and this is gonna act as a tie. So that way when you're squeezing the bag, the icing isn't coming out the top of the bag. And these fingers, when you're holding the bag just like this, you're gonna use these fingers to squeeze while you're piping on the cupcake. So now I have the bag ready, we're gonna go ahead and do the design. We're gonna start on the edge of the design, right? And you're gonna squeeze a little bit, going around in a circle on the edge of the cupcake. And once you get to where you meet to, you're gonna go in halfway of your circle and overlap it, making another circle, just like this. And you're gonna continue to do that until you got a couple nice circles. And when you get to the top, you're gonna let go and point. You're gonna squeeze and bring it up a little bit. All right, so now you see I have a circle. Where I started at, I'm gonna have that as the back of the cupcake. All right, now I'm going to take my door to the beehive and I'm gonna press it into the cupcake just like this, right? Now this part, you can decide if you wanna put your bumblebee on the top of the cupcake, or you could put it like on the side of the door, wherever you think you like it best. I'm gonna put my flower next to the door, just like that. And I'm gonna put my bumblebee on top, just like that. And there you have your beehive.